What is up, ladies and gentlemen? As you know, in the past, I've been a big fan of these little mini PCs, and I use some of them to host nodes or even, keep some of my wallets on. And that's what this one is right here. Is I was using this one for a Pi node, and then I also had a couple different wallets. But regardless, I noticed I logged into this thing remotely, and it's running like absolute crap. And I'm like, what's going on? So I installed hardware info, and this thing is thermal throttling like crazy. It's actually running at 0.5 gigahertz because all four CPU cores, it's only a 4-core Intel, are at 90 degrees Celsius. So they're sitting on the thermal throttle limit. Not great. So that means it's time to open this bad boy up and see if we can't fix it, because we can't let it go to waste, right? Let me show you the thermal throttling real quick, and then we're gonna power it down and open it up. We're logged in right here. You can see we're running 0.5 gigahertz at 30%, 20% CPU load, and cores are sitting on 89 to 90 degrees Celsius. So yeah, she is not happy at all. These little mini PCs are not fast by any regard, but they're not this slow. I mean, like, to try to do anything on this, like, I just clicked and moved that. Is it even gonna go? Like, it's almost unused. Yeah, it's almost unusable. Look, not even running half a gigahertz. So let me get this bad boy powered down, and we'll see if we can't take it apart. All right, so it looks like there's screws under these 4 little legs. So we'll get these unscrewed. All right, so we got 16 gigs of DDR4, 1 terabyte NVMe. Does this just slide out of there? I think it does. Is it held in by this one screw? There it is, and look at that. The fan is cooked. It was actually at an angle when I pulled it out. So that's why this thing is overheating. Because this poor little fan is no more. What can we do about that? Well, the screws are kind of like cattywampus in there, like up underneath this cover. Oh, is this just a plastic cover? I can get it. Oh, okay. It's like a shroud. This peels off. There we go. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. So, yep, that just comes off. Looks like it's a little, diverter to kick the air out. This fan is absolutely cooked, and it looks like it's kind of like a GPU fan. So, let's see if we can unbolt it or unscrew it. There's one. Two and three. So it's got the 3 screw style, just like a lot of GPUs do. And it'll come right off of there, I believe. And the wires are glued down. There we go. And the plug is a 4-wire little plug. So I should be able to find a GPU fan, but gosh, this is a tiny one. Low noise, long life. This is a 0.07 amp. And yeah. Well, it actually feels better now that it's not extended out, like it was pulled out. I think it's good now, maybe? I don't know. Let me go see if I can find another one. All right, so all of my GPU fans, like one of the smallest ones I have, are obviously way too big. So now that I took this one off and then pushed it back together, I'm wondering if it's gonna hold together or if it's just gonna come apart again. It's got a ton of play. So, what to do? This thing doesn't need a ton of cooling. Guess it's time to order a fan. Oh, Lescott fan. I was looking at the bolt pattern to see if I could get something else, but I don't think I have anything else with that style to put like a different style cooler on it. I was thinking I could just stick another fan on here, like over top of it, like a little case fan, But then there's no chance it's going back in the housing. I'd like for it to go back in the housing. Just makes it really nice and convenient. So I think this video will have to, you know, end up being a separate day to finish it. We're gonna order a new fan and go from there. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Fast forward, we got a new fan in. This one spins so much better than the last. So I'm gonna put it back in the housing and get this bad boy back together. I was able to actually just type that model number in on Amazon and we got it prime next day. So not a lot of time has transpired, and normally these kind of fixes take me forever, but I do need this because it's got some of my wallets on it. All right, guys, so let's power it on. That's a good sign. It still turns on, and let's remotely connect into it and see what kind of temperatures we're getting now. All right, and there we go. We're running 55 degrees Celsius, 66 degrees Celsius, 54 Celsius across all cores, all 4 cores. So that is solid right there. And if we go over to the task manager, it looks like, what is our performance? Our CPU is running at 2.5, 1.6. We're not stuck being throttled down at half a gigahertz. And if you'll notice, we are still remoted in, but it's a lot more responsive than it was before. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you have one of these little mini computers and you're having issues with it running ridiculously slow, it potentially could just be thermal throttling and you could have a fan dead. I have 4 mini computers now, and I've had them all running since winter, so probably about the last 4 to 5 months nonstop. You know, not everything is made to last, but I'm just glad that it was only a fan repair, and then now we're back to business as usual and everything's running nice and smooth. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one. I will see you on the next one, and yeah, adios. Bonus content here. I had to try out the Varus miner on it because I originally tried this on this before and I noticed it was only getting like 2 mega hash. Now it's getting 3 mega hash, 3.2, mining on 3 out of the 4 cores. The only issue is we're still thermal throttling. So that little fan cannot keep up with keeping these 4 cores cool, or these 3 cores cool when we're mining. So we're at 2.8, 2.9 gigahertz. Let me look up what the max turbo for this CPU. All right, so the N97 max turbo is 3.6 gigahertz. So we're definitely leaving some performance on the table, and it's only running at sub 3 gigahertz. It's only 2.9 right now, getting 3.1 mega hash. Now, this is obviously not a great system for mining Varus on, but I was just curious to see if we could squeeze some extra performance out of it now that we have some cooling. But it looks like this could definitely benefit from some additional cooling if you wanted to try to get all the performance out of it. But realistically, even if we got max turbo, that might raise us up to 4 mega hash, maybe. I doubt it. And even at that point, is it worth it? I'm not sure. Now we are using Hell Miner, and I would like to try out one of the other miners, with SRB Miner, and see if we can get some extra performance out of that. But that's going to be its own dedicated video, and I'll need to solve that thermal throttling because, yeah, that's not good. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll see you on the flip side. Adios.